the automobile industry would be decimated with another 4 years of Joe Biden, as would, I would say, the rest of the country. As would, I would say, probably the rest of the globe, considering all of the global unrest that we've seen pop up all across the world with Joe Biden at the helm of things. Now, I don't know anyone with two brain cells to rub together who disagrees with that. But this, of course, is what you saw all over the mainstream media. NBC News, Trump says there will be a bloodbath if he loses the election. Oh my God. New York Times, Trump says some migrants are, quote, not people and predicts a bloodbath if he loses. Oh no, the horror. Let's see over at the Biden-Harris. Ever quick to jump in on the disinformation campaign was the Biden-Harris account on X, which posted tonight. Donald Trump said there would be a bloodbath if he wasn't elected and that if he lost, there would be no more elections. After opening the general election by meeting with authoritarian leaders and rallying alongside conspiracy theorists, Donald Trump continues to praise dictators, promise to pardon political violence, and launch racist attacks against Black and brown Americans. Condemning pardoning political violence. Wow, what a strange flex from the same people who started GoFundMes to bail out BLM protesters burning down cities and looting Nike stores. And now all of a sudden they're like, political violence is terrible. Interesting. And of course, the talking heads had to get their say on the matter. Here was ABC News.
And former President Trump's campaign now on the defensive after his fiery rhetoric at a rally in Dayton, Ohio on Saturday night. Trump warning while discussing the economy that there would be a, quote, bloodbath if he is not reelected in November. This after the former president kicked off the event by paying tribute to those who attacked the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. President Biden's campaign swiftly denouncing those comments as threats of political violence.
Those who attacked the Capitol on January 6th. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you mean those who were taken on a guided tour by Capitol Police and left peacefully and nonviolently? Are those the people that you're talking about? Because those are the people that Donald Trump continues to talk about, right? Nancy Pelosi, also never want to miss out on a disinformation campaign. Remember those phrases that they always want to use against us, even though they're the ones who are actually doing it? Here's more disinformation from good old drunk Nancy Pelosi.
Because he's even predicting a bloodbath. What does that mean? He's going to exact a bloodbath? There's something wrong here. How respectful I am of the American people and their goodness. But how much more do they have to see from him to understand that this isn't what our country is about?
Is he gonna exact a bloodbath? Is that what he means? Is that what he's gonna do? Shut up. These people are not serious people. And I will tell you, I think that I saved the best one for last because Joe Scarborough over on MSNBC might take the cake for the most idiotic, unhinged response. And by the way, I want you to watch this. As you're watching this, Matt, I don't think he even believes the drivel that he spews. Watch.
He's talking about a bloodbath for America. It's laid out in the terms of it. And these idiots on Twitter, these idiots on cable news, these idiots on Sunday shows going, well, presidents, he was talking only about the auto industry, and this is one more. It's just bullshit. Let me say that at 6:15 a.m. It's just bullshit. He knew what he was doing. We're not stupid. Americans aren't stupid. He was talking about a bloodbath. Sometimes a bloodbath means a bloodbath. And when he finishes by saying, and that's just going to be the least of it,
right?
Seriously, these people may be stupid. We're not.
No, but you really are, Joe. In fact, I think you might be the dumbest one up there because, yes, sometimes a bloodbath does just mean a bloodbath, which according to the freaking dictionary, Merriam-Webster, would mean as one of its uses right there. For those of you who are listening on audio podcasts, I have a literal screenshot from Merriam-Webster. Bloodbath, a major economic disaster. Don't take my word for it. Just check the freaking dictionary, okay? So I'm going to call bullshit on that, Joe Scarborough, at 6:15 p.m. How about that? And, I don't know. I just feel like these people know this, right? Like Joe Scarborough, he knows this. he's dumb, okay, but he knows this. You know how I know he knows this? Because he has, in fact, used the exact same language numerous times.
On the eve of this bloodbath, it was going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath. Would be an absolute bloodbath.
Bloodbath. This bloodbath in South Carolina.
There's going to be a bloodbath. There will be a bloodbath at the convention.
An absolute bloodbath.
This was going to be a bloodbath. Does this nominee get through without a bloodbath?
Hashtag bloodbath.
We're going to be having bloodbaths. This would be a bloodbath.
Oh,
it would
no.
be a bloodbath. Seriously?
Where are my pearls? I would clutch them right now. I cannot believe this man has called for political violence this many times and he's still on air. Somebody shut this man down. He used the word bloodbath this many times. He is a danger to society. And by the way, not just him, basically the entirety of the mainstream media and the left, but I repeat myself, have used that language for forever because it's a freaking figure of speech. Listen, please, if you will, to all of these domestic terrorists.
But as Politico.com reports tonight on the, quote, bloodbath at the RNC,
headlines calling it a, quote, bloodbath.
Be a bloodbath. Not only is it going to be a bloodbath, but after they leave New Hampshire, it's a bloodbath on her home turf. That's really tough. Trump has left a lot of corpses in his wake. I mean, we can count the bodies
Corpses.
as part of the, quote, MAGA drive to take over Maricopa County. And the headline refers to it as an impending bloodbath.
columnist Charles Blow has a new piece for the New York Times entitled A Biden Bloodbath.
2018 midterms, you can bet that they 100% are fearing a slaughter. In fact, the word bloodbath and massacre come up frequently.
The Republican Party will be destroyed. It's going to be a bloodbath.
There's going to be a bloodbath one way or the other.
Bloodbath for Bernie Sanders.
It's been a bloodbath. They're shaping up to be a bloodbath.
Head off a bloodbath in next year's crucial midterm.
Off-year elections are often a bloodbath.
This week's bloodbath for Democrats, a bloodbath at the ballot box.
There could be a Republican bloodbath.
They'll talk about a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. I have to talk about you. And
It's going to be a bloodbath all day long.
Is in for a bloodbath.
Hasn't been a bloodbath on the way down.
Donald Trump bloodbath.
Be a bloodbath.
Predicted to be a
making me
bloodbath.
feel
May not be the
unsafe.
bloodbath.
It would be a bloodbath.
More of a bloodbath.
I cannot
it's going to be a
believe
bloodbath in November.
the violent rhetoric.
Bloodbath.
Oh my gosh.
This November. A bloodbath on Wall Street.
There's going to be a bloodbath
in Alabama into a bloodbath.
Obviously, there was a bloodbath.
It was a bloodbath. We're down
That's
800
enough.
points.
That's enough. They know. They know Donald Trump didn't mean he was going to exact a bloodbath. He's going to exact a bloodbath on half of America. Like, what was he going to do? Single-handedly just exact a bloodbath on America? Was he going to recruit help? Was he going to gain superpowers and do it himself? I don't know. But they know that. They know that that's not what Donald Trump was going to do. They are the biggest purveyors of mis and disinformation that could ever exist. And they have no shame about it either, which, by the way, I was personally reminded of this over the weekend. Y'all remember Calendargate? Yes, Calendargate. I thought we had put that to bed, but apparently enemy of the people New York Times writer Ruth Graham was desperate for clicks and decided to resurrect the topic of my friend Seth Weathers, owner of Ultra Right Beer, putting out a Conservative Women of America calendar to raise money for Riley Gaines' nonprofit to save women's sports. And here was the headline: Piety and profanity. The raunchy Christians are here. In the Trump era, a surprising number of evangelicals are rejecting modesty and turning toward the risque. Ah, yes, here comes the left to lecture us on being virtuous. Now, within the article, let me read you a quote. In one image, a BlazeTV host in a short skirt lights a copy of the New York Times on fire with a cigar. Another model, former NRA spokeswoman Dana Lash, hoists 2 rifles. Oh no, the horror. How immoral. How raunchy. Let me show you just how raunchy Dana and I were in our pictures. Yes. Oh no. Uh-oh. I think this is cut off, but in the actual picture that I wish that we had, I think you can see the top of my knee. Oh God. Oh no. And Dana, by the way, y'all saw there, she's holding not 1, but 2 rifles in a t-shirt. of all things. Oh my God, the horror. Look at that. Look at that raunchy behavior on part of Dana Lash, wearing a loosely fitted t-shirt with 2 rifles, looking naturally beautiful because she is. Oh no, the horror of me in a regular fitted, normal looking dress that would fit a Catholic school's dress code. Oh no, the horror, according to Ruth Graham, journalist at the New York Times. Now, Ruth, by the way, is based in Dallas, and one of my producers reached out and asked her to join me today, and you guys are going to be shocked to hear. She said she would pass. Yeah, I wouldn't want to defend my garbage article either if I were you. These people are trash. These outlets are trash. And the saddest part of all of it is that look, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are really stupid. Looking at you, Joe Scarborough, but not stupid enough to not know what they're doing. Okay? They want to hold you to these unlivable standards that they never intend to live by themselves. And for a very long time, the right went along with that and they were just constantly on the defensive. No more. No, I'm not buying it anymore. Actually, I never bought it. Some of you bought it for a while. Don't. No more. You shouldn't buy it. Not one single second of this garbage anymore. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.